Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV. Today's book review is going to be Born to Run, that is the hidden tribe of super athletes and the greatest race in the world that has never been seen, by Christopher McDougall. I hope I got that name right. Now, I can't seem to find out where the book is because I read the book and I can't believe I actually forgot to put up a review. So anyway, it's better late than never, so I decided to finally put up the review. So now, this book starts actually with a narration from Christopher McDougall, who speaks about his journey into wanting to get fit and how he bumped across into this Mexican tribe, which is called the Tarahumara Tribe, whereby they are super freaky athletes. I mean, they run 100 miles, yeah. They run 100 miles without stopping, just to kill the prey and you get the animals, because obviously if you know animals, they cannot breathe and run at the same time, just to cool down their body. Once their temperature rises up, they have to stop. So that is how they manage to get their prey. And they don't have any special diets. They just have this special corned beer or something like that, by which they have, and because of which they get this superhuman strength or something like that. Their diets are pretty strange. They drink the whole day, and they just get up and they run. So, and the significant thing about this tribe is they run barefoot. So now, the story actually weaves into the race between the Tarahumara tribe and the Americans. And in between they get involved with this Mexican drug gangs. All this confusion takes place. So, but overall, I would say that the book is pretty impressive on 4 points. Okay, the first one is there was a lot of evolutionary biology, there was a lot of human anatomy, a lot of physiological information that was there, which I really liked, because it gave you an insight into the human physique, especially the legs, as to how the legs are beautifully made and engineered that they can be used without shoes. The second thing was the introduction to barefoot running. I've heard about barefoot running from my mentor, this is Manoj Kuriakose, who told me about barefoot running, and I happened to see him the first time running with sandals. So obviously I got introduced to the world of barefoot running. Then the dietary suggestions and ideas that were given were pretty thought-provoking and pretty strange. There are a lot of people who eat only fruits and vegetables raw, and they are able to run much better than those who eat non-veg. So it gave me some points to think. And from the standpoint of being inspirational, I think it really inspired me to want to be a better runner. Now, having said that, these were the plus points, let me just give you the negative aspect or the drawbacks of this book. Consider the following characters that were mentioned in the book. I wrote them down because it's not easy. Now, Barefoot Ted, who's also known as El Mono; Billy Bonnet Barnett, who's known as El Lobo Joven; then Caballo Blanco, who's known as Mikatru; then Christopher McDougall, who's also known as El Oso; then Eric Austin, who's Chris McDougall's trainer, who's also known as El Gavilan; then Jen Mookie Shelton, who's also known as Brujita; then Jenny Blake, naked runner from Idaho; then Ken Kobler, the Leadville 100 founder. Scott Jurek, who's also known as El Vedanto. Now, at that time, I did not know who these characters were. Obviously, once I went into the world of running, I got introduced to these characters. So it can be a little confusing because there are so many characters into this. And then you have the stories, so you have 11 characters plus the story and the plot, so everything gets a little confusing. So I found it a little hard to follow there. The other thing which I would say is the creative cognitive dissonance of the author, because when I Googled, what's her name, Jen Shelton, sorry. I Googled her and I found out that she was criticizing the book because it seems that the author was trying to romanticize and portray the Tarahumara tribe as being, very happy and, things are working out well for them without mentioning the side of poverty. So yes, this was something to think about. But overall, let's focus down to the moment of truth. Born to Run was definitely a great book. I mean, I really, truly loved it, because for someone like me who's just learning running, I would not know head or tail of what is involved in the sport. So for me, I felt this was a gift. I really recommend you to read it. Yes, these are some of the top books among all of them. So all in all, I give this book, what do I give this book? 8 out of 10, which are the only reason I gave it 2 less is because there were so many characters that I couldn't by heart. But apart from that, once I came to know who the characters were, I think I really enjoyed the book. So yes, this is a great book. You must read it, and you'll find out as to why the shoes, which is a billion-dollar industry, why they're lying to you, why do you have foot pain, why do you have all these complications, and why it is that the great deal of information that we should be knowing is not actually being given to us. So overall, great book. I loved it, and I think you must read it if you're especially into marathon running and keeping yourself absolutely fit. Overall, this is Loy Machedo saying, buy this book, great book, and thank you very much for watching. Loy Machedo from loymachedo.com and Loy Machedo TV. Goodbye.